Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to be starting up the next chapter in the Higurashi When They Cry visual novels, but you might notice a slight little difference here. I started using the 07th mod, which takes I believe it's the PS3 version, I could be wrong, PS3 version of the game, and kind of modifies that into the Steam version, so you can have different graphics, voices, all that fun stuff. So it'll be a bit of a different experience. I'm hoping that my camera doesn't block out any of the dialogue. I don't think it should, but yeah, I kind of looked back at the first one and I was like, all right, this seems like a good spot. Unless they start talking on the bottom here, and then it'll throw me all off, but we'll figure it out as we go. All right, let's dive back into this nightmare. I already don't like the background. Cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. I do enjoy it. Here at last. It is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. Sweet, let's go. I hate the laughing babies. Why? Is that a thing? I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Another poem by Frederica Berncastle. I love how they start off with these poems. They're lovely. AD 1983, early summer of the 50th year of the Showa era. Or we get some opening now? Probably going to cut most of it out, but it started off with a banger of an opening. This is the PS3 version opening. Oh, it is on the bottom now, butts. So hopefully it stays there, or else we're going to be moving my face around a lot. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Mood, my dude. Mood. Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Dude, this is like just life, my life right here. Back to sleep, back to sleep. There we go. Oh man, the phone's ringing. Come on, dude. Don't mix up with that. Alright, so. It's weird having the voices in here, but it's great. So when there are voices talking, you guys are just gonna have to read subtitles, because I don't want to read over it. This is Keiichi's mom. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call. I sprang up out of bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. Bum, 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 bum. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Okay, so not all the dialogue is. But, okay, so all the voice-acted dialogue, I'm not going to read. But all of this, yeah, obviously.
もしもし、俺、どちら様?
Don't start off with a laugh!
おはよう、ケイチ君。お寝坊さんだね。だね。
レナか。こんな朝っぱらから何の用だよ。
Bro, I don't know, man. Club stuff, probably.
朝っぱらってことはないと思うな。もうお昼だよ。
Alright, show of hands who's ever slept in on a Sunday or another day they had off and thought it was in the morning, but it was like really noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Raise your hand. It was me. Definitely me. It was 11 o'clock. Ah, I was close. It was 11 o'clock. Dude, you slept so late. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. It is, man.
で、なんか用か?
ちょっと待ってね。今、みーちゃんに変わるよ。Good morning, ケイちゃん。日本語で言うなら、おはよう、ケイちゃんってとこかな。
ついでに中国語とドイツ語とロシア語でも言ってみろ。
That's right. Put her on the spot.
ニハオ、ケイちゃん。
Oh, no, she's actually doing it. Oh, she actually did it.
ラズビダーニャ。いるわけないでしょ
Yo, though 2 out of 3 isn't bad. That's actually impressive.
まあいいや。バカな話してたら目が覚めた。
そりゃ結構なことってさ。ケイちゃん今日暇？ケイちゃんが大丈夫なら全員揃うんだけどな。
Everybody? Did she mean all the club members?
そうだよ。まあ普段の激戦を思えば休日くらいのどかになんて思ってるかもしれないけど。
So there's no peace in this town.
やばいよケイちゃん。
へいへい。あらゆる環境に対応して最善手を模索するのが、つまり休日だろうとお構いなしってわけだ。
おお、ケ 彼ちゃんも我が部のことが分かってきたね。でどう
He's gotten smarter.
これさ
I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's true, it's 1983, like, you don't have, computers or games. I don't know how they lived.
別に予定なんかねえし、嫌だって言ったら不先輩扱いでどんな罰ゲームを課せられるやら。
そこまで分かってるなら断れないよね。もし OK ならいつもの待ち合わせ場所に1時集合。街へ行くから自転車で来てね。
Into town. Club activities in town. Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense.
私、おとといの赤杯かなり根に持ってるからね。今日ははっきり言って負けないよ。
A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only one chip. Mion came in second. Oh, she's got me so mad. Damn it. To think if I hadn't squandered that one chip. Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. I can read. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So, did she mean for this day to be a grudge match? Yes, she did.
上等だ。おととい同様、一気に畳んで罰ゲームさせてやるぜ。せいぜい自分がやらされても辛くない内容にしとくんだな。
そうこなくっちゃ。潰しがいがないもんね。
After that, we exchanged years for a bit before hanging up the phone. It's gonna be so horrifying when things start going down, as they will, obviously, at some point in time. And it's just creepy laughter everywhere. I don't know, man, it's gonna be spooky. As I head back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. I guess they don't have like a sprite for Keiichi's mom yet.
俺、みんなと街に遊びに行ってくるから。
行ってらっしゃい。車に気をつけるのよ。夕飯までには帰ってくるのよ。
へいへい、ちゃんと帰ってくるって。
Keiichi's mom sounds so chill. I like her. After unlocking chain for my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. It sounds so fun. I haven't ridden a bike in ages. Oh, and their mouths actually move. Oh, we are just in next generation. Another shout out to everybody who mentioned the 07th mod to me. You guys are amazing and wonderful. This is a whole different gaming experience and I love it.
ああ、待たせたな。あれ、貞子とリカちゃんは？
あの二人はここで待ち合わせるより直接街で合流した方が早いよ。
Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satsuko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side past the school.
そうそう。街で部活ってどういうことだよ。まさかみんなで覆面をして日が暮れるまでにいくつ銀行が襲えるかっていうのじゃねえだろうな。
That's a little bit extreme, unless you guys are playing Payday. They might be playing the Payday games, because those do, you put on masks and you rob stuff. Unless I'm confusing the name of those games with something else, I never played them, so don't hate me. All the, millions of Payday fans out there.
別にそれでもいいけど。それでも私は負けないけどね。
みーちゃんってね、なぜか現金輸送車の順路とか時間とかをいつもレナに教えてくれるんだよ。
Nah, they're playing. They're playing.
なんでだろうね。
They're absolutely playing around. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. She would absolutely know.
ミオン。
レーナまだ何言ってんの
So, does she? No, she can't actually do that. Okay, she's messing with her.
みー
Good.
ちゃんごめんね。みーちゃんごめんね。
Two of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Oh,
おい、二人とも。
everything's so optimistic and positive at the start.
貞子とリカちゃんが先に待ってるんだろ。じゃれてないで早く行こうぜ。
Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun.
そうだね。じゃあ行こうか。
目標は10億強奪。山分けしたらみんなで高飛びだぜ。
Alright, let's go rob many banks. Three of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Everything looks so nice. This is so cool. Going through the railway crossings, we headed past the south end of the station.
こっち側は来るの初めてだな。
こっちにはね、ゲームセンターとかおもちゃ屋さんとかがいろいろあるの。みーちゃんが詳しいよ。
ゲーセンもあるのか。俺、前は結構通ってたからな。
I love arcades, man.
ゲーマーの血がうずくぜ。
That's a line I'm gonna use from now on. My gamer's blood roils within me. I'm gonna steal that right now. Done.
ゲーセン通いなんてケイちゃん不良だね。
How does that make him a delinquent,
今度
dude?
来た時に案内してあげるよ。結構台数を揃えたいい店があるから。
It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it looked like a toy store. No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. Boom, nailed it. I'm the best. For almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they're doing almost too well for themselves. Is it the weekends when it's like Pokemon League? But this is 1983, so that wouldn't be a thing, so ignore what I just said.
あの店で今日何かイベントでもあるのか？
その通り。優勝賞金は5万円。
For a toy store event in 1983, you get 50,000 yen, which, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know the rates at that time, that's like $500 US. Man, the times were different apparently.
5万円？なんだよそれ。ケイチ王国の5年分の GNP に匹敵するぞ。
My dude's worth only $100. Two cute fingers messing about the two cute figures, not fingers, messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands.
皆様方、お待ちしてましたよ。おはようございますなのです。
おはようリカちゃん。さあとこ、警察が来る前にケリをつけるぞ。
Well, that escalated quickly.
目標は10億強奪だ。
ケイイチさんの話がわかりませんわ。遅くなったかな。リカちゃんたちは今来たの？今日は早く終わったのでだいぶ待ってましたですよ。
そりゃあ悪いことしたわ。こっちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
ケイイチでは仕方ありませんですよ。
Aw. Rika's so nice. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Poor Keiichi.
もちろん。
The
ケイイチ
punching
さんじゃ
bag.
なくては務まらない大役でしたよ。
That weird ass smirk. That's horrifying. Now I have to hear it. But at least I don't have to try doing it. That crazy laugh.
実に嫌な大役だな。こんなので丸く収まると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Smack, 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 smack. Dude.
ケイイチさんがぶった。
What'd you think was gonna happen, man? That's a long cry.
ケイイチにいじめられてかわいそうですよ。さとこちゃん
Oh
泣
my
いて
god,
る
your face.
お持ち帰り。悪い人はレナお姉ちゃんがやっつけてあげるからね。
Keiichi's gonna die. Immediately. He's dead. Yep, he's dead. Wham! Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine.
やっぱりこれが正しい丸い収め方だ
It's like the meme, you know, the "This is fine" meme. It's just him on the ground and everything's on fire. He's like, "This is fine."
前歯が欠ける前に新しいオチを探した方がいいと思うけどね。
Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. If you want to call it that, by all means, dude, go for it. Broke. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently, they all knew Mion, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers a few at a time.
みーちゃんはこのおもちゃ屋さんの常連なの。だから友達もすっごく多いの。
おもちゃ屋の常連って何なんだ？
I think they have all this candy back here, too. This looks like a fun spot.
奥をご覧なさいませ。
Oh yeah, it's card tournament time. That's all I could think of when I see table stuff like this man's just going to play a card game at a card shop. Following Sadako's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately.
まさかこれって部活の会場なのか？
Game changer.
驚いたかい、ケイちゃん。私この店のおじさんと仲良しでね。たまに客寄せイベントってことでゲーム大会を開かせてもらってるんだよ。
Honestly smart. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants. Gonna be a big old fight.
いつもは5人だけど、今日はもっともっと大勢での部活なんだよ。
Those poor souls. Those normies. Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern.
ケイチさんの考えてること手に取るように分かりましたよ。
ほう、じゃあ試しに行ってみようか。言うぞ。せーの。
These are all enemies. Satsuko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. Love that they have the same brain. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. Yeah, I would, like, fight everybody for that. My eyes lit up like a flame. That's a PS5.
ケイちゃん。
You know, in 1983. Well, whatever, it's PS5 now. Since you can find them.
今日は楽しめそうでしょ。
まあな、ライバルが何人増えようが狙うものに変わりはないさ。
ライバル？はあ、ケイちゃん。クジラが水を飲むとき、今飲んだ水の中に何匹シラスが混じっていたか、いちいち数えてると思う？
Wow, what a line. She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive hint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Neon. She's as serious as she can get today.
本気なのは私だけじゃないよ。ほら、リカちゃんを見てごらんよ。
Neon pointed, looking where her finger directed me.
なんだありゃ。
Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness.
僕も頑張るのですよ。ファイト、オーなのです。ファイト、
There's the background. Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. To be fair, like, if a kid comes up and does something like that, you're gonna cheer with them, because unless you're a jerk, which, more power to you. The inside of the store has been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit.
今日は楽しくなりそうだね。
She's literally getting everybody, like, on her side to fight for her, so she can use them. That's using your noggin.
頑張るよ。はう。
It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into commute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when your tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was the state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind.
ミヨンめ、恥も外聞も捨てるくらいに本気だな。
Throwing away her humanity. So
ケイチさん
extreme.
知らないんですの？賞金の5万円、ミオンさんの自腹でしたよ。
Ah, that explains why they can afford it. Okay, because she is super rich. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. Godzilla.
ん？何？ケイちゃん。私の顔に
Oh.
何かついてる？
So, this is very unnerving for playing a game, a card game. That's gonna be nightmare fuel later in the game when it's actual, like, horror stuff. Okay, cool. Cool. Eep, a shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees are shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃねえか。面白くなってきやがったぜ。
Renner was already fully charged. She's ready to kill someone. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Renner in her Coyote mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. She has everybody on her side. The smart. Smart as hell.
はい頑張りますですよ
Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Renna, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it.
もちろん一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが今日ほどヤバいと思う日はないぜ
ミオンさん一昨日のポーカーで負けたの相当根に持ってるみたいでしたよ
That poker match must have been really serious, especially losing by one
ら
chip.
しいな
I'd still be salty about it too.
つまり今日はミオンの復讐のための特設部隊ってわけだ
Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message. You guys just figured that out now? Ooh. It wasn't just Mion. Both Ren and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they've ever been. Yeah. One's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく置いてきぼりですわねいかがでございましょうなんでしたらスマートに初戦をお手合わせ願えませんかしら
You can't have it in the first round.
そうしよっか
Yeah, you gotta get rid of the small fry first.
俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしをし
My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it, began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask.
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよさっきが隠せてないぜ
That murderous intent, I love it.
あら残念ですわねケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重でしたよ
Damn that laugh! Every time. I should make a creepy laugh counter. Well, not creepy laugh, but like just that laugh. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Sato during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went against Mion. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win the 50,000 yen prize that much? Dude, it's $500, yes. No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly intense club battle. Yo, I'm hyped, let's go. It was then that the owner of the store told me on a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
みんないいかな慶長慶長
Mion began with the formalities, standing in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split up into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final.
さて各卓の競技方法なんだけどこれは各卓で好きに決めていいよこのお店にあるゲームなら何を使っても
Oh,
OK
interesting. So it's not a specific game. Already in club mode DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
ミオン質問いいかみんな自分の得意ゲームを主張して決まらないんじゃねえのか
はあそうだね決まらないと始められないね
The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion. It's true. It's smart.
紳士的に決めてほしいけどそういう時は店のマスターが決めるってのでいい
It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at. A rather nice proposition for the store. That is neat. I like that. This way the store still makes a couple of bucks. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everyone lined up single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye.
当然 わかってると思うけど、部活メンバーには
Of
一
course.
般参加者とは別に罰ゲームがつくからね。
Makes sense.
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。内容はなんだ？
勝者が敗者一人一人に1個命令。
Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? I mean, like, hey man, it's the rules. Dem the rules. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time, it wasn't just the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。つまりビリでなくても罰ゲームってことだな。
そういうこと。
勝者がない場合は部活メンバーが全員途中で脱落したらお流れか？
ケイちゃん、脳みそは元気？
何？
The look in Mion's eye became that of a lion bearing its fangs.
我が部の再生映がどう間違ったらこんなひよこども相手に
Some
負けるっての？
mewling
ケイ
newborns.
ちゃん、
What an insult.
初戦で消えて私に恥かかさないでよ。
Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become.
見てろ。ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじゃないってことを見せてやるぜ。
青ね、決勝で。
Oh, the gauntlet's been thrown down. The results of the drawing were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divided up amongst the 5 tables, of course. How did this happen when the draw was that random? The thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine, though. I'll crush all you petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to a number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look younger than me. Huh?
あれ、お前ら学校のクラスメイトだよな。
あ、どうも、富田です。彼は岡村です。
Okamura-san greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy. Crush
じゃあ
them.
みんな、それぞれに対戦ゲームを決めて始めてちょうだい。
With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
悪いな。どれも知らないゲームなんだ。もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ。
Of course, they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, the table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damned shop owner was using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell. Yo,
これなら俺
smart.
も知ってるよ。
Smart.
2人も知ってるよな。ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す。最後に清算して一番お金を持ってるやつが勝ちだ。
Oh, it's like life. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit.
1、2、3、4、出産祝いをもらう。全員から5000ドルもらう。
Oh,
悪
sweet.
いね。
Money. Okay, I've got a bit of a lead.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8と。
Easy way to learn the first 8 numbers in Japanese.
ボーナス。銀行から10万ドルもらう。
Excuse you? 100 grand just random bonus? Get out of here, Elon Musk Jr. Tables returned in an instant.
1、2、3。出世コースに進む。
Excuse you? Well, that's a good route. It seemed like only my piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I'd only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I end up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was... what? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Leon was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. Did she win already? When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished. What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her 2 opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as me on? Then, what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. I have that in the Discord server. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game?
じゃあ読みますよ。犬も歩けばくたびれる。
My god. Bam! At the same instant, shop owner began sounding out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. Impossible. Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Of course, it's a cute little puppy. Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. That was much... okay, I thought it was going to be this cute little puppy. That is okay. With those type of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Yo, same though. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね。
Mian smiled coolly, seeing no further reason to keep watching. She turned back. After that, the second the cards started being read out, bam, bam, such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satsuko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Sato's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satsuko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided.
北条、悪いけど、僕も優勝賞金を狙ってるんだ。
This kid's dead.
悪く思うなよ。
This guy. Did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed.
決まったな。
I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 2, 3, 4, 5.
そんな、確かにここはハートのエース。
There was a commotion at Satsuko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way, I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satsuko, then Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satsuko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
あら、ケイチさんの勝負はまだつきませんの？センスないですわね。
Damn. With a refined tone of voice reserved for only winners, Satsuko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she had only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know this role had already been assigned.
やるじゃねえか。ハートのエースなんておしゃれな罠をかけやがって。
相手を仕留める罠はほんのちょっぴり。それも1個で十分ですのよ。
Satsuko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough? Ain't that cool? That's pretty badass, not gonna lie. The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh right, how's Rika-chan doing? How's our club's sly little fox doing? The heck is that? Over in that corner, the mood at that table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was, you know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish open and close up their mouths as they rotate on the platform and use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing. I played that game. It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
わあ、釣れましたですよ。
うまいうまい。
Oh my
リカ
god.
ちゃんうまいよ。おっとっと。また釣られちゃったよ。リカちゃんはうまいな。
I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents, along with the onlookers, before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Frude fan club. My
リカ
god.
ちゃんの圧勝だよ。圧勝だよ。リカちゃん、お魚釣りうまいんだね。
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思うな。
Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできない、リカだから許される大技ですわね。
Yeah, a masterful technique. I want to learn that technique.
前原さんの番で
Just
すよ。
charm everybody.
ああ、すまんすまん。俺の番か。1、2、脱税の追徴課税。
Get wrecked, nerd.
5万ドル支払う。
Oh, dude, that's like a lot of monies. That's a lot of dollars. That's a lot of money for tax evasion. In contrast, my game, what an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれ、ケイチ君、ひょっとして苦戦かな。苦戦かな。岡村、あなた今いくらぐらい持ってますですの？
Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills.
98万ちょいくらいかな。
I hate this child.
富田はどれくらいお金持ちですか？
うん、僕は88万ドル。
All of my hate. Even in a game, it just makes me mad they have that much
まだ
money.
まだ逆転できる位置だね。
Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million.
でケイちゃんはいくら持ってんの？
Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president.
仕方ねえだろ。このゲームルーレット回す以外に何も作戦がないんだぜ。イカ様があるとしたらなんだよ。2人に目をつぶって100数えてもらってその隙にルーレットに細工でもするのか。そんなのできるわけねえだろ。
Rika-chan gently pat my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
ブー様ですわね。
Jeez.
一度は好敵手と思ったのに
Flat out and honest, just how pathetic.
幻滅でしたよ。
The air of superiority.
投げちゃダメだよ、ケイチ君。何か逆転があるはずだよ。頑張ろう。最後まで頑張ろう。
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word.
おいミオ。
Pure disappointment. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。
Oh, that hurts more than anything
みん
else.
な本気なのにケイちゃんだけは本気になってくれなかったね。
本気ってなんだよ。気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ。そんなのできるかよ。
本気のケイちゃんならそのゲームでも開始10秒で蹴りをつけてたね。
Love it.
みーちゃん、そんなに怒ることないよ。待ってよ。
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Oof. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it. Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious, everyone was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh.
ゲーム進めます？
The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mia. what it means for me to be serious. I'll show you. Lots of O's news. Oh, intense. Bamf. I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
富田君、岡村君、取引しよう。俺を勝たせろ。
Love it. Why would they do that? The two of them, but not immediately understanding what I just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
話は最後まで聞け。お前らの望みは何だ？優勝して5万円か？
そりゃそうですよ。5万なんて大金。二度とないチャンスですよ。
If you're that young,
優勝したと
yes.
してお前らその5万で何をする？どんな楽しみ方をする？
The two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、お菓子とか、ジュースとか。
You know what? To be fair, that's probably what I would spend it on too.
小せえ小せえ。バカかお前ら。
Oh my god. I love it.
じゃあ前原さんが勝ったらどんな楽しみ方があるって言うんですか？
俺か？そこが本題だ。今から言うことを黙って聞け。
We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around.
まず富田君、君は里子萌えだよな。
Oh,
否定
I
す
see
ん
where
な。
he's going with this.
そして岡村君、君は理科萌えだな。赤くなるな。
I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said even closer.
美少女、萌え。
Oh my god.
男の推薦、男のロマン。例えるなら永遠にたどり着けないエデンの園。だけど目指すんだろ。
Oh man.
それは俺たちのハートに熱い魂が燃えよと叫ぶからだ。
That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power.
俺が優勝したら富田君、里子を一日首輪付きで
Oh my
君の
God.
妹にしてあげよう。
A red fountain spewed from both of Tomizu-kun's nostrils. Oh
そ
my
して
god.
岡村君、君には猫耳リカちゃんに手綱をつけてお散歩させてあげよう。
He's gonna kill these poor kids. They're gonna die. And dead. Yep. Blood erupted from the vein, from his vein knife from his nose. Oh man.
そんなこと。
うるたえるな。
Oh, it's
お
still,
前
it
た
was
ちは
still
俺
going.
に
I
無理や
wasn't
り付き合わ
expecting
され
it.
たことにすればいいんだ。前原先輩のわがままの犠牲者なだけいやいやでいいんだよ。分かってる。お前たちの胸の内は全部分かってる。
Keiichi's going all out now. I love it. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice.
俺は灰色の学校生活を送ってきた。それがどんなにつまらなく人生の大切な時間を浪費したことになるのか。だから後輩のお前たちにはそんな時間を過ごしてほしくないんだよ。自分に素直になれ、夢を追え、そして叶えろ。
He is so passionate. He is so passionate about this. It was this moment that the values of men bridge generations. This is so intense. They will now do anything for him. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment with these two. Yeah, amazing.
じゃあいいな、行くぞ。せーの。ゲーム終了。
It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit, and all the spectators were certain of my loss.
ケイチさん、どうなりましたの？勝敗は？
俺の完全勝利だ。
なんですって？あの状況をどうやってひっくり返しましたの？
With his
家庭なん
noggin
か必要ないよな。
and manly power.
男と男の決着だよな。
Gentleman's agreement.
ああ、
Amazing.
うわ
They are so pumped. The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during these 3 minutes the spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage.
やったよケイチくん。わーい。
The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy is able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd who couldn't help but be excited out of the corner of my eye. Now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh.
これが俺の本気ってことだよ、ミオ。
おせえっての。
Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion.
じゃあこれで部活メンバーが全員1回戦突破ですわね。ということは今度はみんなで対決だね。対決だね。僕はもう賞金で買うものを決めていますです。
Thinking very far ahead.
もちろんですわ。ね
Satsuko and Rena smiled, sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when he gets serious? No.
ミオ、失敗だったな。お前はさっき俺に助言すべきじゃなかったぜ。
What a mewling
ひよこが
newborn. What an insult.
私に勝つなんて100万光年早いって。
That's something I like to say against people, which I need to say more often.
ミオ、
Love it.
光年は距離の単位だぞ。
Whatever. Shut up, nerd. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。5人でどう戦うのかな。
さーてこれだけ豪華な面々が揃ったんだからね。今日という日を急ぐのが惜しいよ。
みーの言ってる意味が難しいです。
まさかてめえ。
Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table.
今日の勝負を部長園崎美音が預からせてもらうよ。勝負方法と日時は未定。ギャラリーは多い方がいいね。Hinamizawaも沖宮も全ての人間の目の前で。
So they're not finishing up today.
これ以上ないくらい徹底的な決着をつけてあげるよ。
逃げる気ですのいくらみおさんでも卑怯ですことよ。
You newborn.
ひよこが
Oh my god.
生かされたことにまだ気づかんか。
The competitive aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satsuko's advance.
また会いましょう。せいぜい首でも洗っとくことね。
With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted in cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Maibara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Love it. Love it.
絶対優勝してくださいよ。おう、ミオンなんざ逆さにしてサンズの川に叩き込んでやるぜ。
Amazing. The part of the crowd that apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okumura-kun, and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed. Satsuko the trap artist. Rika the siren. Maybe a long shot, but it'll be Maibara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't going to forgive Mion. That's right. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off.
逃げるな、ミオン。部長なら逃げるな。俺と戦え。
ごめんケイちゃん。私これからバイト。
Oh, gotta go get that green. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions as I was doing the splits.
ケイイチくんがゲームしてる間にみーちゃんに電話があったの。残念だね。
Aw, rip.
せっかく暑くなってきたのについてないよ。おじさんの店でさ、特売にお客が殺到してるらしくてさ、レジが足りないから助けてって電話があったんだよ。
おじさんってなんだ、スーパーの店長でもやってんのか。
ささやかなお店だけどね。でもさ、特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。
All the
店員足
housewives
りないの
swarm.
に卵
like
1パッ
locusts.
クを一人様1点限り10円なんてやる
That's insane. That is a crazy deal. A carton of eggs for 10 yen? That's like 10 cents. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right. Club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn, Mion, she really knows how to fire people up.
私こそ頭がジンジンしびれるくらい燃え上がったよ。特にケイちゃん、怖かった。あの場で本当に噛み殺されるんじゃないかって思ったね。
お仕事だから仕方ないけど、本当に残念だね。この続き本当にやりたいですわね。いつがいいでございましょう。綿流しのお祭りでやるのなんていいですよ。
Ooh, that's actually smart, because then everybody will be there and they can watch.
綿流し祭五強爆闘か。そうだね。考えておくかな。
Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Tanagashi Festival. Con drifting 5 demon... What?
私、週刊漫画みたいないい加減なノリ大好きなんだ。こんな痛快な部活が近いうちにまたできるといいね。
She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to us?
今日はみんな本当にありがとう。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだちんに。
Aw, how nice.
あ、吉郎おじさん、私にはないの？おだちん。
かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
When Satsuko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
わあ、これかわいい。お持ち帰りしていいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
Stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satsuko was the same, and Rika-chan too. They all loved the doll.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
なんつうのか、プリティっていうかキュートっていうか可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
Pretty blunt. Mion didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead. Aw.
くれるの？レナに？ありがとう。
I don't like how Mion looks in the background there. She looks very sad.
保身のためだよ。レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
違いない違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
へへへへ、分かってるじゃない。私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
女でよかったな。男だったらもうとっくに殺してる。
God. So extreme. I love it.
今のうちに殺しといた方がいいよ。じゃないとケイちゃん死んで後悔することになるから。
Their game club is serious. Super serious business. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily along with her.
来世では神様に男にしてもらえるように頼めよ。俺も男にしてもらうから。
そしたらケイちゃんと組んで軽く全国制覇から始めようかね。
Amazing. I almost started reading that just like out of the habit. Mion-chan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
じゃあね、今日は最高に楽しかった。またねみんな、明日学校で。
バイト遅刻すんなよ。
Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
もうちょっと街で遊んでいく？それとも帰るかな？暗くなると道が怖いですよ。
Yeah, there's like no street lights. You guys should like leave.
では引き上げ時ですわね。今日は本当にいっぱい騒ぎましたわ。
At least I'm assuming there's like no street lights.
そうだ
I don't
な。
know.
よっしゃ、帰ろうぜ。
I can't remember if they said that in the first part or not. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind.
そうそう、レナさん圧勝でございましたわね。
レナがああなっちゃ悪いけど誰にも勝ち目はないな。
だってすごい可愛いカルタだったんだもの。ほら、買っちゃったんだよ。はう。
Of course she did.
カも相変わらずですわ。理科にかかれば男どもなんて赤子の手をひねるようなものですわね。楽勝だったのです。
どこまで計算づくでどこまでが天然なのか、リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖いな。
さとこちゃんだってすごかったね。最後は大盛り上がりだったよ。褒められるようなゲームではありませんでしたよ。ケイイチも最後はとうとう牙を剥きましたです。
まあな、俺は追い詰められてからが強い男なんだ。
Very manly thing to have.
富田さんたちなんだかすっごく応援してましたけど、何ですかしらね。
You guys do not want to know at all.
富田と岡村に何か約束してましたです。きっと内緒話なのですよ。内緒話。なんだろうね。
What is she thinking about?
男には時に戦いを通じてしか語り合えないものがあるんだよ。
Such manliness. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was.
見てごらんなさいませ。夕日が綺麗でございますわよ。
Satsuko, getting even more excited, pointed. Waiting where her fingers indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. That looks nice. That was a nice little scenery there. Aw. Yeah. This music's great. New tips unlocked. Alright, let's check it out. Who is Mion's uncle? We'll find out. Next Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why that was in my brain.
ごめん、今日はさ、急におじさんの店のバイトが入っちゃってさ。
なんだじゃあ今日の部活。
いや
Said no club activity for today, was asking
申し
her.
訳ない。
Sorry, I clicked a bit too fast. But yeah, Keiichi was just asking no club activity. Mion put her hands together in an apology and grinned.
そんなに部活がやりたかったら、おじさん抜きでやってもいいけど。部活ロッカーにゲームがいっぱい入ってるからさ。どれか適当に選んで。
The club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, there was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, they would definitely fill the entire classroom. Damn, that's a lot of stuff.
やめとく。俺がいじったらロッカーの中身がドサドサって溢れてきそうな気がするよ。
Yeah, you might die. That'd be rough.
そうだね。素人は手を出さない方が無難かもしれない。
Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president.
みー、先生が体育倉庫の鍵を探してますですよ。心当たりはありませんですか？
あれ？私職員室に返せなかったっけ？
Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket.
ほーら、やっぱりミオンさんですのよ。
Sometimes that
私、
happens.
絶対そうだと確信してたでございますわ。
Like, if any of you have been in retail, or like, you know, a key holder in retail, how many times have you, you know, accidentally brought home, like, a key to the store, or like a walkie-talkie or something like that, or just some object that you used at work? I did that so many times.
僕も大正解なのですよ。さとこと一緒に大正解なのです。
Giggling, Satsuko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration.
やかましい。
Love it. Slap, clap. Mion elbowed Satsuko and Rika-chan in their heads and then headed for the teacher's lounge.
あ、そうだ。二人とも聞いたか？今日はミオンバイトがあるから部活はお休みだとさ。
あら、そうなんですの？それはつまらないでございますわね。
Meep. The two of them made disappointed faces. Whatever anyone said, Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. I would too, it looks like a lot of fun. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today.
ミオンってバイトをやってるんだよな。あいつ一体何のバイトをしてるんだ？
Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. Hey,
別
listen,
に決まったお店でお勤めをしてるわけではないのです
gotta make money
決ま
somehow.
ってないってことは、じゃあ
A day
日
later,
雇いってことなのか？
Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing.
ミオさんはおじさんの店にお休みが出たりすると応援に駆けつける便利屋さんなんだそうですわ
Or a jack of all trades. Hey. Get it? Because my name's Jack, okay?
ああ、なるほどな。そういえば、おじさんのとこでバイトなんて話、前にも聞いたことがあるような気がする。
お店を持ってるおじさんがいっぱいいるのでミーは引っ張りだこなのです
Yeah, she does have a huge family. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them?
あらケイチさんはご存知ありませんの沖宮にはミオンさんの親戚の方がやってるお店って結構いっぱいありますのよ
へえ、それは知らなかった。そんなにいろいろあるのか？
パン屋さんとか八百屋さんとかラーメン屋さんとか
Bakery and ramen.
他
That
にも
sounds
まだ
good.
まだあの部活をやったおもちゃ屋さんもそうなんですのよ
Ooh. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing.
ミオンの一族って何気に詳細があるんじゃないのか？それだけいろいろあるってのもなんだかすごいよな。
Having money and influence.
他にも金融業とか不動産業とかアパレル産業とかアミューズメント産業とかいろいろやってると言ってますです
That is a variety. Okay, a couple of weird things came up that time, but still. I could tell it was pretty extensive.
あいつに物を借りると妙に返却期限にうるさいのは
The
金融
blood
業
of
者さんの血が流れてるからか。
veins.
納得納得。
Wonderful.
ミーに100億長者ゲームを借りたことをコロリと忘れてしまったらリアルで100億長者ゲームをプレイさせたるどと凄まれましたのです
God, that is a threat. Holy crap. Rick-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Ah, crap, my nosebleed. Bro, Keiichi, chill.
リアルに100億長者ゲームをプレイなんてなかなかに愉快そうですわね
Satsuko, you poor sweet summer child. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seems so unspoiled. Rick-chan and I gave her a pat on the head.
なぜ撫でられるんですのさとこはいい子さんですからなでなでなのです
Aw. I also just noted, well, I noticed it before, but I had to make sure. But the color of their names on here matches the character's hair. It's easy. It's a little easier thing, and also reminds me of back when the first anime came out, where I downloaded them from. The people who made the subtitles did the same exact thing, so now it makes sense. Satsuko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Aw, poor kid. Bum. Alrighty, gonna end it there. Gonna save that as the first part. I'm gonna keep playing more of this. I want to get back on schedule a little bit more. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks, and I'm also working on upgrading my computer the next few days because everything is breaking on it, so it's high time I did that. And if you don't already and you watch the video, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Honestly, it helps out a lot. You know, like, comment, and all that fun stuff, and share it with your friends. You know, I'm gonna be playing through all of the games, so if you know anybody who enjoy the When They Cry franchise, then share it up. I'm gonna be playing through Umineko as well, and that I really don't know much about, just like a little bit, but I don't know a lot of it, so that will be like a whole going in blind type of thing. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you, and until next time, bye.